dissing. We don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pays in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
mrecktv.
Pays. Y'all know the MREC room etiquette. Pound that like button. This is the Blackout Show. Peace, Earth.
Peace, Almighty. Peace.
How's
everything?
Everything good. How you feeling?
Everything good. A little hot, but we good.
Yeah, it's a little hot, but everything good. We blessed.
Yes.
Salute to the Rec Mob. Salute to my whole team, SJ. We gotta jump off and salute the sponsors. So we're gonna get that out the way. Salute to the Rec Mob. We see y'all. Make sure you pound that like button. We got a quick almost 400 in a minute in the live. Run the likes up. You heard Mr. Burns, I see you.
Yeah, salute. Hi, Mr. Burns.
So this Blackout Show and MREC TV content is sponsored by Conjugal Liquor. Get you some. Okay? And then we also sponsored by BLK Prime. So we gonna show you what this conjugal liquor look like. This is for those who drink. We're not trying to influence anybody. You know, listen, man, you got to pay bills over here. It is what it is. If you drink, you can tap into this. Don't be offended, all right? We're not trying to push nothing on nobody. We grown people over here, though. All right. Like I said, this MREC TV content and Blackout Show is sponsored by Conjugal Liquor. Get you some.
Yeah.
They got the rum. They got the vodka, right? And then when you mix it, it becomes Candy Crush. All right? So you can follow Conjugal Liquor brand on Instagram. I hit them up, let them know MREC sent you. You saw the live on MREC TV, and get you some. All right. Shouts to the homie Nigel Bangham Smurf, formerly a G Unit. Appreciate, the alley-oop and all that. And also, we got the Suge Knight TV series, y'all. Hold on.
Let's get it.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just show the liquor. Before we go into the Suge Knight TV series, I gotta show y'all the liquor video right here, right? I gotta do my sponsors right. So this is the bottle of Conjugal Liquor, the rum. That's the vodka right there, the gray and yellow bottle. See this purple and white bottle? That's the rum. It's real smooth. The vodka is not too strong, but it will rip you. You know what I mean? It's a sleeper. It's one of those sleepers, both of them. I would say the rum is more so for the ladies, but it's a sleeper. It creep up on you now. You'll be drinking it thinking it's like juice. Next thing you know, you start, feeling a little tipsy. You know what I'm saying? It start kicking in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And things start happening. You know what I mean? So you get sweating and,
You mean your t-shirt, your panties on.
There you go. That whole part. So, this show is sponsored by Conjugal Liquor. Get you some. All right?
Wait, somebody in the chat said, Wreck Crazy, get you some.
I mean, listen, this is their slogan, y'all.
They even talk, yeah.
This their slogan. So go to Conjugal Liquor brand on Instagram and check them out and ask them about they rum and they vodka and let them know MREC sent you. All right. So on that note, appreciate them for definitely sponsoring MREC TV. Salute to Nigel. So now we got the Suge Knight series, man, and it's going crazy out there, right? You see me promoting the audition. I went live from the audition in New York. all types of people is coming out to be a part of the Suge Knight TV series. Shouts to BLK Prime. Man, they in LA right now. You know, they got the auditions right now going on. Look, right now in LA, you know, and they casting for Snoop Dogg, they casting for Suge, they casting for Biggie, they casting for Daz, Corrupt, a lot of different roles, you know, media, gang members. So if you're an actor, lock into BLK Prime. All right. I'm gonna put the link to the actual casting page. So you go to casting.blkprime.com. All right. Let me find that link. I got the link in the actual community. So I'm gonna put it in the chat room as well. All right. So this show is sponsored by Suge White. My bad. I know somebody named Suge White too. So this show is hold on one second. I'm still.
Somebody in the chat said I look just like Diddy if y'all need me. Ciao.
Oh man, crazy. Well, pardon me, man. I'm shouting out Suge White. That's a DJ that I know. So this show is sponsored by the Suge Knight TV series. All right, by BLK Prime. Shouts to the homie Dez. Go to casting.blkprime.com. All right. I'm gonna put the link in the chat room so you can go to that. And we about to go into the show. All right. First and foremost, we want to shout out everybody that's in the building. So Earth, shout out some of the people. First and foremost, do this. Let us know where you tapping in from. Let us know what city,
Right.
so we can shout you out real quick. All right.
What country? International. I see the UK in the building already. They stay over here. The international rec mob. What's going on? I see Mount Vernon, money earning Mount Vernon, Bodymore, Tampa, Florida, Child, Cleveland, Ohio. Chat is speedballing. It's skedaddling. Look,
I'm not gonna fix that. I'm sorry, man. They look. I'm gonna
wow. Everybody coming in there.
They didn't change it up. How many people we got in like 7 minutes?
713 people. Yeah.
Kind of like button in the show is we still getting started. So
right.
Oh, they in here. Yeah. They
Grand Rapids, Michigan, Portland, Oregon, Raleigh, North Carolina, Raleigh, Wake Forest, Durham, stand up. That part. Atlanta. Somebody said Florida at work. Mississippi in the building. Canada. Norfolk, Virginia in the building. The BX. East New York. I see y'all. Jamaica Queen, stand up. Harlem. Jackson, Mississippi. Mr. Burns, Springfield in the house. Rochester, New York. Springfield, Mass. I see y'all. We see y'all. Austin, Texas. Charlotte, North Carolina in the building. Yeah, Virginia staying here. Norwalk, Connecticut in the building. Salute to the UK. St. Bart's in the building. Toronto.
Shout to Toronto. Y'all be easy out there, man.
They wilding over there.
I heard they sent DJ Drama his chains back. You know, matter of fact, I took the video off my page, man. I'm gonna find the video. We're gonna get into that. I heard DJ Drama chains is on the way back to Atlanta. Yeah, currently from Toronto. So I don't know if Drake, made that happen.
Mediated.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that video up too.
Somebody said Mar-a-Lago. Chow! That's where Trump at. That's Trump crib, Mar-a-Lago. Oh shit.
Wow.
All right, who else in here? New York City, stand up. Somebody said Turkey Neck, Texas. Yeah, wow.
Like button. Let's get the likes.
Right.
Get them likes.
Hit the like button. Get them likes up. Right.
Like
Wipe your feet when you're coming. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gonna get to it. Baltimore in the building. Shouts to the homie Rip, Forgotten Kings TV. Subscribe to his
Right.
channel.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Northern and Southern Cali in the building. I see
Uh,
ya.
Delaware,
Mm-hmm.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio, Texas. Man, it's lit in here.
Somebody said Guantanamo Bay. Bong.
You get the gunshots for that.
That part.
Yeah, gunshots for that. You know you gotta have the gunshots for that.
Somebody said Virginia Rum Shaker.
Hold on, what they said?
Virginia Rum Shaker.
Oh wow. It's Teddy Riley town, right?
Yo.
He created the
You
rum shaker.
UK
Yeah.
Trinidad in the building. Salute to all the international family all over the Rec Mob International. Salute to the
Salute.
BX, the Bronx
Rec
in the
Mob.
building.
Shouts to the whole BX Rec Mob International. Let's go. All right, y'all. We about to get into this, man. Oh, damn, I'm bugging. But I got it right here. Being that we're gonna get into this,
Okay,
you know who we gotta pull up.
of course.
Shouts to the homie Red.
Big bro.
Let's
Mhm.
get it. Let me find this Red Man drop. Okay, let's get to it.
That's priceless, that part.
Yeah, because we got a Red Man story we about to address. Salute the Red. Let's get it.
I'm more of a common sense guy on how the world moves, and like I don't know if you're familiar with like this underground platform called mrecktv show, mrek and Amina. But I listen to them, and it shows me that I'm not too far off track of how I think, since I'm not political. As far as in my rhymes, I tap in a little bit.
mrek.
I'm more of a
My bad.
That part. Mhm.
Yeah. So shouts to Red Man. Now
Yes, big bro.
we about to get into this blackout show. Okay. A lot of y'all been wondering. Let me get a picture of Red Man. You know, Red Man was on Power Book. What's that? Power Book 2. I think season 3, right?
Mhm.
Now he was on season 2, but when season 3 came in, y'all was wondering who the fuck is. I gotta find the dude that's playing.
That dude was from Rockaway and Pickett Avenue.
No, it's hard for me to laugh. I'm under the weather, so
They said you sipping. They said you sipping off the conjugal liquor. Oh, they said. Oh, salute to the Haven in the building. The Marcy Projects. The Haven in the
my brother.
building.
I just spoke to him. Where he at?
Mhm.
That's
In the
my
chat.
brother. Oh, you in the chat? Salute.
Mhm.
The Haven, what's happening? Salute, King. That's my guy, man. I told
That
him
part.
we about to go live, and he said he's gonna tap in. He's tapped in. That's what I'm talking about. We got
Right.
some exclusive coming.
Right.
But yeah, with Redman, right? Y'all was
Mhm.
wondering. Let me pull him up on the screen, man. I like to do this right. Hold on.
Chat.
Yeah, you crazy,
Rockaway Pickett Avenue.
let
Chat.
me pull up Redman. Let me just put Redman Power Book and see if they got the other guy picture next to him. Okay. Yeah, where's the other guy?
They say it's from Sutter Avenue.
Let
Chat.
me see. Redman Power Book replacement. Let me see if it come up. All right. Yeah, I don't know why Duke ain't covering up, but okay, here we go. I got a picture. Yep, here we go. We good. Here we go. Bear with me. I had to find the picture. Yeah,
Mhm.
we golden, y'all. Here go your man. All right.
Chat.
Hold on. Let me see. All right. You know what? I want to snatch that picture by itself. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me screenshot that. I got y'all. We doing everything in real time, y'all.
It
This is
said Lyndon.
important.
It said Lyndon and Hegeman.
This is important information, man, because a
Yes,
lot
it
of
is. Yes, it
people
is.
want to
It's
know
official.
why
Right.
Redman wasn't on Power.
Right.
All right. And you know, we already knew the situation, but Method Man confirmed it. You know, he did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him why Redman wasn't in this season. All right, and we
Mm-hmm.
gonna we gonna go to that video. Hold on, let me stop this real quick, y'all. We doing everything in real time, so just bear with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't
It's not.
have uh
It's no scripts. It's no
no
scripts.
scripts and then producers doing everything for us while we got a mic in front of us. Nah, we doing everything ourselves. You know what I mean? You see on the Breakfast Club, they got, producers and everything, you know, facts. Nah, we doing everything on our own. Hold
Hey,
on.
Reg, you crazy, Reg.
Being real. I mean,
I know.
a lot of these shows is well produced. You know what I mean? They got a lot of people
Hmm.
on staff. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
this shit's still struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hold on, I got y'all. We doing everything in real time. We here though. We here. That's what we do. We here for the people. So it ain't like, you know, we get into it. Give me a second, y'all. We just
Everybody, hit the please. Come and wipe your feet, please, and hit the like, please, because you know they suppress numbers and everything, censorship and all that.
hold on. Let me
A
let me.
like is free. Period.
Okay. Now look, y'all was wondering why Redman hasn't been on Power, for season 3, Power Book. And y'all was wondering who the F is this dude? You know what I'm saying? So that's Redman replacement. And Method Man is going to tell you why Redman wasn't involved with this season or why he got replaced. Okay. Redman kept it official, but you're gonna hear it from Method Man himself. Let me pull that
Right.
let me pull that up. We only do receipts over here.
Receipts.
Like the herbs always say. Hold on, let me see chats. I think it's right here. Here we go. Yes. Here we go.
Right now, the Davis role.
The Davis role.
Because nobody seen it coming.
Mhm.
Nobody expected that, And sometimes, sometimes I look at the dialogue. We get the scripts, and I'll look, and I'm like, go right to my part, and I look, and it's like a lot of dialogue here, a lot of jargon. But I credit the writers for giving us something that fits the palate enough that we can digest it and make sense of it every time. So
why the hell did they replace Redman with as
really
a brother?
Yeah, he wouldn't get the jab.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah, at least that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Did I talk to Redman about it? No, we close. We don't like shit like that. Don't even need to be said. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. He's not the first or the last person that'll probably happen to. But just to say that Redman, he made a decision, and I stick by whatever his decision was. If he feels that was best for him, I agree with him.
Got you. What's been your favorite role?
Right now, the Davis role.
The Davis role.
Yeah, so we back. Earth, you was able to hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
All right, so I want to make sure the people, y'all was able to hear that. So basically, Redman, he didn't get the jab. They wanted him to take the jab so he can fulfill his role in Power, season 3 of Power Book. And Redman was like, nah, I'm not taking that jab. I'm not getting that, that serum shot.
Right.
A hot shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Meth pretty much was like, nah, I'm rocking with, Red. If that's his decision, I'm riding with that. So
Right.
yeah. So a lot of people, it went viral. Why Redman wasn't on Power. People couldn't figure it out. But I kind of understood because I had Lord Jamal on my podcast, and Lord Jamal, he said that's the reason why he wasn't getting any more roles, because they was adamant on that. You know what I mean? Like him having to take the jab to proceed in his acting career, especially during that pandemic time.
And a lot of people the whole narrative and propaganda regarding it, it was emergency use only. So now it's discontinued. It was never going to be mandated because it was a violation of your Fourth Amendment. We hear Fourth Amendment, we think due process, and the first thing people think about is prison or arrested. The Fourth Amendment is your due process, but it's also your body. yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people duped into taking it, free market into taking it, and then turn around and having to, these jobs had to reinstate and give you all back money. It was never going to be mandated because it violates the Nuremberg Code and that. So he said, hell no, I ain't taking that. He ain't
Facts.
taking that. Right. And salute the big bro for that.
Salute the Red on that. So now, Earth, I mean, you could reveal a little bit because you speak to Red, more than often. So when you asked him on a personal level, what he said to you?
Just said he wasn't taking it. And respect. Right.
Wow.
He just wasn't taking it. So, it's, we've had conversations about a lot. He's very knowledgeable about, he's tapped in, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And, just to go into, free will is something that people have to embrace and know that that's your right, your free will. See, a lot of people are duped into by propaganda, fear mongering, these puppets out here, but they sell a soul to promote this agenda. Meanwhile, everybody that was on all of these high level influence, fake influencers, I call them puppets. They're not celebrities because they celebrate failure. They've been in this position by money and influence to dupe the masses of civilians to take it. Meanwhile, none of them have taken it. Dr. Fauci, the head of the NIH at the time, okay, I got the transcripts, the receipts out of Guantanamo Bay where he said, hell no, I ain't taking that. And advised everybody in his office. None of them. Remember Joe Biden? We premiered it here. We roasted it. Joe Biden with the skin mask with the Spanish arm, with the Esteban arm.
God, chill, because I'm under the weather. I can't even laugh. But
I got that receipt with the Esteban arm. We drug that for Phil. These were doubles and people in these masks. That's what that part of that agenda was. These masks cover up. They tell you it's this person, but with a mask on, and it ain't them. It's not them. It never has been them. But the people that are unvaccinated, were turned into the villainized, turned into the bad guys for simply acknowledging and embracing a natural immunity. And I'm not coming down on those who took. A lot of people were Figma because of jobs and things like that. But back in the days, everything in your family's crib, whether it's coffee grinds for pink eye, onions for a fever, the homemade vapor, they put the scoop of it in the tub, everything, vitamin C, all that to keep you from going to the hospital because they ain't want that bill. And because of that $2 campaign, people walked up into them hospitals and they never came out. They was murdered with a ventilator for $39,000.
Yep. 39K, they was getting rid of your family members. And
told you it was COVID, right?
And you couldn't go to the funeral.
Right. And they scooped out your people's organs and dumped them in, especially in New York, in a mass pit on Wards Island. Andrew Cuomo standing over there watching it happen. That part.
Yep. Pound that like button. All right, so we're gonna get to it. Oh, let me get the next one loaded up. Salute to everybody in the room. We got a quick 1,200 in the room in 20 minutes.
Yeah, hit the like because the math ain't mathing with the likes of the people in the chat. There's no fluff numbers over here. They can't go live no more. Yeah, I said it.
That's a fact. No matter how they try to suppress the numbers, because the real content is over here, we still got the impact with the people, a real organic impact.
Yes.
So salute to SJ in the building.
Salute to SJ Bookie.
Appreciate you. All right, let's get it. That's what I'm gonna hit them with. Yeah, let me bring this over here. We got y'all. Oh, homegirl resigned. Huh.
Yeah.
She was talking big. Remember how she was poking her chest out when she got that job?
Yeah.
She was talking big.
She was talking chunky soup out here. Right. Grand opening, grand closing.
Grand closing. He was talking real spicy. Hold on. Your homegirl. We got her.
Remember Q told you eyes on New York. And now you see everything coming out of New York, all the carrying on, all the exposure from Fat Alvin, aka Alvin Bragg, Eric Adams, and now Homegirl. That part.
There she go. All right.
Woocha.
So, Earth, I'm gonna let you address the story, and you can build on it.
Okay. So
You
June
see it?
12th, which was
Yeah.
I see it. June 12th. So NYPD Commissioner Keyshawn Sewell has announced her resignation after a year and a half leading the nation's largest police department. aka police ain't law enforcement, they policy enforcement. That's a whole nother topic. I have made the decision to step down from my position, Sewell said in an email to NYPD staff sent shortly before 4:30 p.m., which was shared with Gothamists by the NYPD. Sewell said the department had faced tremendous tragedy, challenges, and triumphs, aka they all on indictments. That's what that means, okay? Because she tied up in something real scandalous with Eric Adams. And maybe in a couple of days, that's going to be an exclusive over here on mrecktv, that part.
That's a fact.
During her time at the helm and called the NYPD an extraordinary collective of hardworking public service. Child, they policy enforcement, yo. Hence why New York City look like Gotham City now, chap. Know the difference between law enforcement and policy enforcement. Law is the real law in regarding law enforcement is not the police, it's the sheriff department. The sheriff department go by the Constitution. They're the ones that's supposed to be handling these arrests and things like that. Police ain't supposed to be pulling you over. The authority for pulling you over on the roads is the Department of Transportation. Let me talk for a minute. Okay? The police, all they doing is reinforcing, they doing the bidding. They pulling you over and to see if you owe money, if you got a warrant, which is a bill. An indictment is a true bill. Hence the word charges. Okay? Again, when you get pulled over by police, your Fifth Amendment is not to be exercised after you get arrested. It's to prevent the prevention of it. When they pull you over, I do not answer questions. I don't care what they say. People don't say that, and then you start arguing with them and giving them vocal response, and that gives them the probable cause to you know what I'm saying, to escalate the situation. I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. After maybe the fourth time they try to talk to you to get you to say something, I don't answer questions. They know this person knows their rights. They step off. Trust and believe. And it doesn't just go for what y'all call white people. That is your right, your constitutional right. This is a republic. The corporation is no more. So another one on she's resigning. All these we over here at mrecktv back in 2020, we provided the list of all of those resignations and people stepping down. So you're starting to see it circle back, and these newbies, these minions, she part of the deep state. She is involved in something very scandalous with Eric Adams, but I told y'all he was on the clock. Okay, remember that fire general in the Bronx, that tenement that burnt up all them babies?
Correct.
And in the press conference, that tenement was owned by Eric Adams' homeboy. That part.
Damn.
That part. You can go look it up. And then when he made his press conference after, where's de Blasio at? Where Willem Warren Jr. at? That's who Bill de Blasio really is. His name is Willem Jr. That's Bill de Blasio's government name. He was a communist down in Nicaragua with the Sandinistas and them carrying on. Proud of it. With his satanic daughter showing a coochie on the D train. Remember that receipt? But and then at New Year's Eve, the picture of Bill de Blasio and his wife with the pedophile, the mask with the pedophile symbols on them, right? But Eric Adams said the one thing that put him in the room, I will be taking my first paycheck in Bitcoin, which we all know is pedophile money. They move children with it. Okay. So look for that exclusive when I finish putting the receipts together and decode on this homegirl. Why all eyes on New York and California. That part.
That part. This is the MREC and Amina the Earth show called The Blackout. For y'all just now tuning in or new to the show, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Oh yeah. Earth, you still doing part 2 or talk to me?
Yeah. I'm gonna do part 2 for like 30 minutes because you know, it's like I said, this is home base. You know, they still suppress the numbers, they still be messing with the general. They see that we back on it. So you know, I don't care nothing about This channel is to be protected. I don't care nothing about these channels. Y'all know I wig over on Instagram with it all. With it all. Black and out with it all.
The homie the Haven be like, yo, he said to me earlier, yo, how you able to put that information out, you know what I'm saying, without them snatching your shit? I said, because I know how to tap dance. I know how to move like a ninja.
Like a ninja, right.
You know what I mean? So, yo, look, the numbers going.
Numbers just dropped. I just see there was 1,300, went down to 1,100.
I know what's going on. Let me take this off. This I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. Is this shit right here where they be running these ads? Let me take that off.
They run the ads while we live, right?
Yeah, look how the shit dropped to 1,000. It's just at 13. Pound that.
It's just at 1,300. That's crazy.
Yeah, pound that like button, y'all. I took it off. Wow. Yeah, run the likes up. So yeah.
See, they said they just wiped out 300 views. Somebody typed in the chat, right?
Yeah, that's
it was 1,400. Yeah.
It's all good. We gonna just keep working though.
Yeah, we keep pushing.
It's building back up. Next topic. Where's the next topic? I got it. Hold on, I got it here. It's a lot going on. Oh, Earth, you know what? Let's go right into the you know, when they was talking about the whole Toronto fires, the wildfires.
Yes.
Let me just get the image for that, and you can.
Yeah, no, I got that. The two I sent you with the map, the screenshot of the map from the weather channel, and then
how you send me again? Was that the DM?
The DM is two of them in the DM. I'll send them to you again just in case.
Yeah, just send it to me right now. Yeah, hold on. Here's my
because they be playing with the DM and everything. Chat.
Yeah.
Nobody expected that.
See Instagram on the clock because of their pedophile network. They get called out. They on indictment.
Yep.
And Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook LLC or Meta is owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. They on indictment now.
All right, hold on.
Let
me see. Okay,
here we go. You got the two. I just put it in DM just now. And the one with how New York was looking last week with the split screen.
You sent me something and it's not showing the picture. It's showing like use the latest app, and I can't even click on it.
Nah, don't do that. Let me
Yeah.
What if I text it to you?
No,
well, that's going. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up this picture because this is the picture from what Total Recall. Which
Blade. That's what Blade Runner 2049. Okay. Right. Yeah, let's get into
that's how the shit was looking anyway. So
right. And then the video of confirmation of what I had already said before the video even came out.
Hold on.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
Okay. This is how the sky was looking in New York City like 4 days ago. So the earth is going to build on exactly what was going on. It wasn't no Toronto wildfires and all that. All right,
I sent you the video, the reel in your DM up to the backup. I had called it out before. The video circled back to me today, confirming what it said I said. Now, this picture on the screen that the general provided is a split screen. Okay. On the top is from the movie Blade Runner 2049 with Ryan Gosling. That's like part 2 of the Blade Runner, original Blade Runner with Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford was in the sequel. And on the bottom is how New York, that's the skyline of New York City last week. Okay. Now, if you know simply about a natural fire, whether it's burning plastic, wood, grass, whatever the case may be, natural fire exudes or puts out black smoke or black goo. Okay. This is yellow. Never in the history of niggerdom have we seen this. This comes from iron oxide. Iron oxide is why the sky was reddish orange and the smoke was orange like that. Okay. Now, the mainstream media pushed the propaganda fear mongering that these fires or wildfires started in Canada. That's a lie. Okay. The fires were started in up in Western New York, Buffalo, Ithaca, going into Ohio, and you know, Cleveland, Ohio, and all of that, because that is the origin of the 7-figure lakes. Okay, and underneath them lakes are child trafficking tunnels that lead up into Canada, and those same tunnels is what Hunter Biden got or had, keyword had, tattooed on his back. So the military, special forces, now all these earthquakes that you've been hearing about in this country are not earthquakes. Those are the military special forces underground getting them dumps, which are deep underground military bases, which traffic children, all kind of splicing is cities underground. Remember that ad, I mean that reel I sent to you that said it was an advertisement for this new city, 144 stories underground? Chat. Okay. And the military goes in and they save these victims of child trafficking and human trafficking. And the earthquakes are the result of them blowing up, caving in these tunnels so that no one can be trafficked under there ever again. Now, I sent you a receipt of a woman that's in Canada telling you that. Don't play with.
I'm gonna pull it up while you building.
Yeah, the woman. I'll read it, but the woman is in Canada and she goes into. Like, nah, them things ain't that fire ain't start here as in Canada. It came from there, meaning here, America.
All right, hold on, Irv. You just sent me that? Okay, I think I see it now. Yep.
I sent it to you. Yeah.
Yep, I see it right now. You good. You good.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. All right. Yeah. Rewind it.
They hit them tunnels with a soft nuke because it was so many. But still you have to be, it may be a soft nuke or something that is, it causes that residuous smoke, but it may not be harmful to people, but you still have to cover your face. And I told people to humidify their apartments afterwards, after effect. Now here go the video that the general wants to show with the confirmation that it's iron oxide. I said it was iron oxide 5 days ago.
Smoke and ash. We're on Treasure Island, and normally you'd be able to make out the San Francisco skyline behind me, but right now we're just barely seeing the Bay Bridge. And though more research needs to be done, health experts say all of this smoke exposure can create serious health problems. A typical drive over the Bay Bridge doesn't usually look like this. The hazardous smoky air has obscured the city's silhouette. The East Bay didn't look much better. Virtually everything outside has been dusted with ash.
The red sky over there in Cali, right? The red skies. It's not from fire, folks, okay? Don't let them tell y'all that. Don't let them tell you, because if it was from fire and it was from smoke.
Yeah, the red skies that y'all seeing, those red orange skies in California, is coming from Nibiru. It's not coming from the forest fires. It's not. Of course, you have red iron oxide being distributed all over the planet through these portals that's opening up near the oceans. But I also believe that it is also Nibiru that is also making the skies this color. And the reason why is because Nibiru is affecting our atmospherics. It's affecting the atmosphere now. And very soon, this air is going to become unbreathable for these orcs, these humans. And we're going to upgrade while this is happening, and we're going to be able to breathe this stuff in. Okay? All right? So understand, people. So listen to what was being said.
The smoky air has obscured the city's silhouette. The East Bay didn't look much better. Virtually everything outside has been dusted with ash.
The red sky over there in Cali, right? The red skies. It's not from fire, folks.
Right. Yeah. Natural fire burns black or creates black smoke or black goo residue. Now, as far as Nibiru and all of that, it's 9 different ways to see one circumstance, hence born out mathematics. But regarding this movie and what's been going on in this country around the world as of now, it was to smoke them tunnels out. Okay, our country and the good guys are in possession of technology. You think we alone on this planet? We not. You think the technology, again, this technology, these iPhones, them iWatches, and all that carrying on is old. GPS and the internet been out since the 60s. DARPA, okay? But it might have been some type of new weapon, even though we don't know what it is. You still take precautions because you don't know what you're inhaling. The good guys are not going to. You didn't hear about anybody dying in these fires, right? Just like you haven't heard out of all of earthquakes, not one casualty, because it's calculated. They chess moves. These are pre-planned special force ops to get these children from them up under them tunnels, yo. Hunter Biden had a tattoo on his back, yo. And those 7-finger lakes and the Great Lakes go right up into Canada. Columbus, Ohio is the hub of child trafficking in this country. It's a flyover state. It's a flyover. When you want to go to Columbus, you don't fly into Columbus. They may have special flights, but you fly to Cleveland or something near that, and you may have to drive there. It's a flyover state. But them lakes, they go straight into Canada. But they hit us with the they tried to spin us like a ballerina by saying that it came from Canada. Why was that smoke for 2 days trickling all the way down as far as the Carolinas?
Crazy.
And in that Blade Runner movie, okay, Ryan Gosling is flying to find some answers about, because he's a robot or a replica, excuse me. He's flying into that area that he flies into with that smoke. That is New York City. And he goes in. It was nuked. It was nuked.
Wow.
Okay. And then he goes into he's following a tracker or something like that. He goes into this old hotel, and Harrison Ford been up in there the whole time inside. Yeah, older version of Harrison Ford compared to the first one. But ain't no such thing as a coincidence about what's going on. All these other things are distractions. Mm-hmm.
That's ill.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That this is the top picture is from the movie.
Right.
The bottom picture is from New York last week.
That part.
Even a week ago, 4 days ago, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say a week.
Yep.
Last Wednesday. That's wow. And what year this movie came out?
I think 2020, 2021, 2022. It was it's new, it's recent. It's recent.
Okay.
Predictive programming, that part.
Okay. So next loop. What's the next loop? What we say? Oh, the VA. Oh yeah, we about to go there.
Yeah, we go in there. We stay with receipts over here and decoding over here.
We're gonna go into this, and then I think the Earth is gonna segue into part 2. This right here, they don't like when we start talking about the sex trafficking and all that.
So, right. Yeah, we're gonna tap like me. I'm gonna windmill over on Instagram. That part.
Big out. All right, I got you. Y'all don't even, some people know the sacrifice that, that's being made here to really build on this information, this information on these platforms.
Right, because people be having a lot to say, you know what I'm saying, regarding how we move it. The general was very calculated when having to put my name with symbols and all of that, and then the uncensored off of here, because there's no other video blog or whatever you want to call them, YouTubers, whatever the case may be, that was getting zapped while live. They were zapping the trailers before we even started. Is that right?
Correct.
So we had to move like ninjas. Okay, at the end of the day, people create YouTube channel. This is a empire over here. 20 plus years for DVD mrecktv. You know what I'm saying? It's at the end of the day, it is a business. It's an empire. So to move how you got to move. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be up for question or debunkment or debate. Cut it out. It's simply you don't have to come. But the censorship is real. Your First Amendment ain't your First Amendment. It's not. They pitch these apps in the initial phases as freedom of speech apps, but now here come the hammer down with all the censorship. Cut it out.
Facts. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring it up. So June 13th, the entire West Virginia State Police under sexual assault investigation. Crazy. If you want to elaborate on the story, you got it, right? Do I need to send it to you?
No, I got it. Hold up. West Virginia State Police investigation 10 more minors, 42 more women in total to sue West Virginia State Police over hidden cameras. Wheeling, West Virginia Attorney Teresa Torreveva sent a notice of legal action to interim West Virginia State Police Superintendent Colonel Jack Chambers and West Virginia Attorney General Patrick Morrison on April 21st, saying 42 women, including 10 minors, plan to file lawsuits against the West Virginia State Police. Dumb funny how this is coming out, and then just yesterday, J.P. Morgan, they agreed to settle with the victims of Jeffrey Epstein for $290 million. That admits guilt. That admits that they allowed, they knew what was going on. Now, when the client list coming out, that part.
Hold on. I don't think they heard you. Say that again.
Yesterday, J.P. Morgan Chase agreed to settle with the victims of Jeffrey Epstein pedophile maneuvering and carrying on for $290 million. That is an admission of guilt. They were in cahoots. They allowed his bank account to rock after he was indicted for being a pedophile. Okay? So, yeah, $290 million to the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Period. J.P. Morgan Chase. You got your money in Chase Bank, you a fool. We told y'all 2020 take your money out them banks. But back to West Virginia, and they carrying on. The minors attended Junior Trooper Academy, according to a letter sent by Corporal Joseph Comer, a member of the West Virginia State Police, to state lawmakers, Governor Jim Justice, and the Office of the Attorney General on February 16th. So this is all. A hidden camera or cameras were placed and operated inside the female locker room at the State Police Academy. Some old peeping Tom pedophiles. Okay? But you finding out now, when it comes to child trafficking and the disappearance of these children, police involved, and so is CPS. Even down to the buck breaking. Do y'all know what buck breaking is? A lot of these police officers, these men, they go around when they be high as a giraffe's coochie, carrying on, trying to get to the quarter of the week. And they just pull people over, they harass people, and they fake arrest them, tell them I'm gonna arrest you, right? But now if you let me do this to you, I'll let you go. They take them in the alleys and they buck break them. They do this to men. They rape them. That comes from slave times. So now you're finding out that the West Virginia State Police, they set up cameras in the gambling spot with the intricate plot on these minors.
Crazy.
They all involved, child.
The homie DeHaven got a question. Said, when is the names of that flight log coming out?
They already out. The flight log list. I'll DM it to you, DeHaven. I've DM'd you a few other things. I'll DM it to you. It's the names, the client list. You know, the flight log list just tells who flew over the pedophile island. But the client list were those who retained Jeffrey Epstein's services for them fake massages from the minors. It was a whole pedophile escort thing. He had minors giving these so-called masseuse, but they weren't. It was all pedophile mess. I'll DM it to you. The flight log list. Yeah, you're going to see who names is on there. And the majority of them people on that flight list were also on that list out of Guantanamo Bay, the first 86 to be arrested and executed. Arresticuted. That's our term we came up with over here. For crimes against humanity, which is a military tribunal charge. I think it's 2385. Crimes against humanity. Because they posed the most harm to children. They was pedophiles and child murderers and rapists. Now, we've been proving it happening, and all this development, you prove it ain't happening. How about that?
All right. So, I think, did we cover everything we supposed to cover for the show, or we had let me look.
No, that thing with the flag, I'll wig on that over there because I don't want I'll wig on that over on part 2.
All right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. The Earth is gonna do part 2 on the IG at Earth Monroe on Instagram. You know how we do. I'm gonna have this show rocking. I'm gonna stream the Instagram here for a short while, and then y'all tap in over there, and then we'll get y'all that content soon. You know, it's either gonna be on the U screen, it's gonna the Patreon. I got y'all. I'm gonna figure it out, and because I still gotta put the other one up, so it's gonna be a double feature.
And I got two. I told you I got two exclusive shit, and they been sitting, and they bunch of. I haven't even did them on my platform yet. They sitting.
Okay.
Yeah, they some decodes and serious ones too. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna get to it. Appreciate that. So yeah, follow the Earth. Hold on, Earth. Type in your Instagram in the chat room so I can highlight it. Follow Earth Monroe on Instagram so y'all can get part 2 of the show. Cause she's gonna, we kind of walking on eggshells over here.
Yes, this is home base. This is right. This is to be protected. This is my mission. So we've been enemy of the state. I've had so many channels, and I'm still coming at them like a dark horse. I don't care. So yeah, there we go, right there. So it's great.
All right, hold on. Where you at? Cause last time
I'm right under SJ where she said hit the notification bell.
Hold on, cause yo,
said, so
it's not even there. Like for some reason you promoting, because people were saying that when you promote your Instagram, it don't come up in the chat. At least from the StreamYard, I can't see. I'm on the StreamYard. I'm not on the YouTube.
It's not even coming up in the StreamYard.
Nah, it's not. That's crazy. And you on the StreamYard with me, and I have SJ put it up there. That's crazy. They playing a dirty game. Yeah. So remember last week? Remember I told you I didn't see the
the comment, right? The Instagram.
Yeah. So they got it where you can't promote your Instagram, and there was a lot of people saying they couldn't click the link on your page.
See?
Yeah.
It's not a game. It ain't been a game since 2020. That's not a game.
All right, hold on. I know it. Earth Monroe. Come on. Listen, I'm typing it in right here. Follow this.
Oh, SJ has it in the chat. She put it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. The link to she got the direct link. You go to direct link right here. This is going to be the link for part 2 of the Blackout Show. The Earth is about to, go over there, set up that live. So make sure you tap in. But y'all can stay tapped in over here because I'm going to play like a couple of minutes. And then when she start wigging, I'm going to shut this live and y'all just go straight over there. All right? So,
all right.
I appreciate
peace
you.
Peace, God. Appreciate you too. Okay. Peace, chat. Peace, Rekmar. Peace, everybody. See y'all over on part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Peace.
Like I said, I'm going to stream some of the live to part 2 here. But the Earth is going to wig out. We tap dance over here because they like to snatch pages and channels when you talk about certain information. I was building with the God, the Haven earlier on, putting out this information. He was asking me, how I go about it. And I broke it down to him, just kind of like letting him know, got to move a certain way. Cause, he be putting out information too on his platform. Nah, we locked in. That's the homie right there. When I rock with somebody, I rock with somebody. I lock in all the way, especially when they official. I don't do no funny energy, none of that. You official, we lock all the way in, and that's that. So go follow the Earth Monroe. While you at it, go to Spooky Hours TV. If you haven't seen the Spooky Hours TV show, connect with that. Go to Spooky Hours TV. We got the Spooky Hours movies. Go connect with that. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the website. Well, hold on. Let me make sure the Earth is not live. She probably live already. Let me see. Oh yeah, she live. She ain't playing no games.
Peace, everybody. Welcome. Let's see what they do over here. Welcome. Again, salute to everybody that was in the live for Blackout Show Part 1. Again, salute infinitely to the General, Rekmar, SJ, Period. Salute everybody. Again, that's home base since 2020. Don't want to infringe. That's an empire built 20 years in the making. It is what it is. So we gave y'all solid content and decoded lightly, you know what I'm saying, to not infringe on the big channel. Over here, y'all know I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to keep on exposing these puppets, keep on making knowledge born about the difference between, the difference between the deep state and the republic. We are a republic restored. Okay. Everything as a 5% of today's supreme mathematics is knowledge, understanding that whole part. All right. We don't sit on knowledge, we share it. So this is what it's going to always be until the wheels fall off. All right. Now, these indictments is out. Okay. That child trafficking, see, the general didn't show it, and I'm glad he didn't. Okay. Because you know how I do. Nails is tapping. Hold on. I got to save these indictments that I got pulled up. Chat. Hi, everybody. Peace. Salute. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pull it up. Salute to everybody taking time to spend with me, and I still got to go to work at 10. It never stops. The grind never stops. But this information is important. Again, you got the information from part 1. Like I said, humidify your cribs, wipe your dust out, get you a silk scarf and nothing, because we don't know. You know, we could assume it's all about assumptions and speculation. But iron oxide definitely was in that. That's what that was. That was not natural smoke. I don't care what these niggas are saying. Okay? I don't care what the news says. Stop going to the news. We are the news now. Go make yourselves privy about what's going on. Make your children privy. Stop externally personifying your energy into this propaganda and these puppets. Stop putting energy in these people that ain't here no more. That part. That whole entire part. Okay? Following behind them. They've been paid to lead you to the slaughter. All kind of indictments is coming out. I'm going to get into Trump in 52 seconds. All these indictments is coming out. Donald Trump is my president. That ain't Joe Biden on the TV, yo. That is a nigga in a mask, child. It's a nigga in a mask. You have to see that what is going on. They are showing you these crimes being played out by these deep state, not even your government, a shadow government, yo. They owe some old espionage, child trafficking, gun running, drug dealing, money laundering, fake clothes selling, or name it under the sun. They have involved in it with big numbers. These lobbyists. But what the general didn't show, and I'm going to show here, I hope, well, I don't want him to. Regarding that fire. Hold on. Now, this was the broad forecast, right? Fairhaven, Syracuse, Oneonta, Ithaca, Binghamton. These are all SUNY cities. SUNY as in State University of New York, Oneonta. My baby sister went there. Binghamton, Ithaca, Syracuse. You got Newark over here. This is all Ohio right here. All this is Ohio, Detroit, and Michigan, and all of that. This is where these fires. Look at the temperature, the smoke, near surface smoke. Chat. Now, this is the birthplace of the Seven Finger Lakes that go up into Canada. Okay? That go up into Canada. Child, don't play with me. I stay with a receipt. This is Hunter Biden off the laptop. Hunter Biden. This came out in 2020. This is a crack phone receipt. Hunter Biden. This is a freshly tattoo. Well, god damn. That's his face right there. That's Hunter Biden. These are the Seven Finger Lakes. This is a map of these trafficking tunnels on his back, y'all. Why nobody talk about it? And this is where these fires originated from last week. That went up into Canada, but the mainstream media told you them fires started in Canada. That whole entire part. Child, don't play with me. I stay with a receipt. Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. Meanwhile, 2 weeks ago, 10,000, 10K more of Hunter Biden pedophile shit was dropped on the internet. Meanwhile, y'all distracted by the NBA finals and all that carrying on. Watch the water, right, Miss Rita? Okay? Ciao. Now, let me get into it. General, I hope you ain't streaming no more.
Yeah, I had to shut it down. The Earth is wigging over there. Go to Earth Monroe on IG. All right, make sure you're tapping the Spooky Hours TV for that series and movies. Appreciate y'all. That concludes part 1 of the Blackout Show. Part 2, go to at the Earth Monroe. She's live right now, and I'm also have that video soon. Anyway, all right. I can't put it on this platform, but I'll give you like a little trailer. You know how I do. So I appreciate y'all. Salute to the Wreck Mob. You know we be in here deep, thousands deep. Love is love. And we sponsored by Conjugal Liquor. Get you some. And we sponsored by the Suge Knight TV series coming soon. All right. Presented by BLK Prime. So shouts to my sponsors holding me down. Appreciate them. Let me shouts to BLK Prime. They got the Suge Knight series happening right now in LA. Shot at Art, Los Angeles, 801 Mateo Street, Los Angeles, California, 90021. Pull up if you are an actor, you know, up and coming actor, or you know, you are seasoned actor, whatever, whether you non-union or you know, because you know a lot of y'all are striking right now because of that what is that, the Writers Guild Academy strike going on in the in Hollywood. So right now this is independent major. Like shouts to the homie Dez. He owns BLK Prime. So he's got his own thing going. Like he got his own brand and machine and his own bag. He don't have to depend on Hollywood. And he did business with Suge Knight, and they got this Suge Knight series coming this fall, 10 seasons. And mrecktv is definitely aligned with that. I'm doing a promo right now, but there's other things I'm involved in too. So go to casting.blkprime.com. All right, for more information on that. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the Wreck Mob. And also go get the Spooky Hours series. That's my series, Spooky Hours TV.tv. Salute to SJ, my whole team. Salute to the Earth Amina. She's working over there. Part 2. We working over here, y'all. I don't care what they doing, but we working over here and we putting on for the people. Salute to the Wreck Mob. You know the Wreck Mob is the family. So we got Spooky Hours episode 1, 2, and 3. Go to SpookyHoursTV.tv. SJ just put it in the chat room. And or you can get everything from the Patreon, patreon.com/mrecktv. All right. Appreciate y'all. And we're gonna close it out with my other sponsor, Conjugal Liquor Brand. Okay, where they at? Well, I don't see it on the screen. Damn it. I got you. Here we go. No, this is not it. Hold on. There we go. That should be it right here. Yep. Salute to my sponsor, Conjugal Liquor Brand. Get you some, okay? They got the rum, they got the vodka, and when you mix them together, it becomes Candy Crush, all right? So go to Conjugal Liquor Brand on Instagram, at Conjugal Liquor Brand, all right? You can see the Instagram in the video. Tap in with them. Let them know mrecktv sent you. mrect. You know, you mention my name, you get the discount. All right. Salute to Nigel. Salute to Bangle Smurf, formerly a G Unit. I'm off this, y'all. Peace. Salute to the Wreck Mob, Brooklyn, East New York. Love is love. Double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone. I see y'all next live. All right? Next Blackout show. And it might be sooner than Tuesday. You might get a Blackout show tomorrow, so you never know. Just stay tapped into the platform. Oh, yeah, Spooky Hours is out, too. Episode 104. Probably one of the craziest episodes. It's on the channel. Go check that out right now. And do me a favor, leave some comments on this video. Go to the comment section and in the regular comment section and leave comments on this video and likes, man. I appreciate that, man. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Salute to SJ, China Black, my whole team. Gone. Double deuces and bubble gooses. Appreciate y'all, man. Love. All right, where we at?
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
mrecktv.